Hello everyone, this is Attorney Ifeanyi-USImmigration-TV. Someone called me the other day and said he submitted a divorce decree from Nigeria. He submitted a fake divorce decree from Nigeria. So I asked him, how did you know it's a fake divorce decree? He couldn't explain. He basically admitted or agreed to what USCIS is saying. They pointed out some discrepancies in what they perceive to be discrepancy in the divorce decree, and we are alleging that the divorce decree was basically fake. And this guy, this client of mine, admitted that the divorce decree was fake. Then I asked him, how did you obtain the divorce decree? He said he went through the court process, the entire process, and obtained the divorce decree. So then I asked, how did you know? How did you come to the conclusion that it was fake? He came to the conclusion that the divorce decree was fake because USCIS said it was fake. I've also had situations where USCIS is alleging that the divorce decree from Nigeria is fake, and this individual went and obtained another divorce decree from the customary court. The first one was alleged to have been obtained from the High Court, and because USCIS was questioning the authenticity of that divorce decree, he went and obtained another one in the customary court. By doing so, he, by implication, has admitted that what he originally submitted was fake or was counterfeit. People have to be very careful here. If you went through the entire process of obtaining a divorce decree in Nigeria from the High Court, and USCIS, someone sitting in USCIS office is alleging it is a fake, or it's because they are pointing out what they perceive to be discrepancies. Just because USCIS is saying that it is fake doesn't mean it is fake. Provided you know that you went through the proper process, entire legal process in obtaining a divorce in the High Court, then you have to stand by what you are presenting. You just can't go by what USCIS is saying. This is so important. I want everybody to pay attention. There have been a lot of problems emanating from, especially from Lagos. The divorce decree people are obtaining from Lagos. But don't forget that Nigeria has 36 states and the FCT, and each of these states has its own high court that issues divorce decrees. Now, because of there could be variations in these divorce decrees. There could be variations. So that you obtain one in one state and it's slightly different from that of another state, that doesn't make it fake. That doesn't make it fake. People must be careful. Understand the implication of admitting to fraud. And of course, if you went and called up some so-called agent to obtain a fake divorce decree for you, that is a different matter entirely. That is not what I'm talking about. I am saying this because it gets to a point where it is also almost by default, every divorce decree from Nigeria is now considered to be fake. It is not. When you got married in a country and the law allows you to marry in a particular, whether it's in the case of Nigeria, you have the marriage under the Marriage Act, and you also have native custom. You can also marry under the native law and custom. In the case of registering marriage, you get your divorce decree from the High Court. And like I said, there are several High Courts in Nigeria. Each state has its own High Court. If you go through the process, then you have to stand by your documents. This idea that every divorce decree from Nigeria is now fake is just wrong. People must be aware that the law allows you to have a divorce in a country where that marriage was contracted and it was a valid marriage. Then you can obtain a divorce from there, provided you are doing the right thing. You are not calling up an agent to get you a divorce decree. I feel like I need to emphasize this point. Every divorce decree from Nigeria is not fake. If you know that you went through the process and got a divorce decree in the High Court in the proper way, then stand by it. Stand by it. By all means, you have to stand by it. This is so important. This divorce decree issue has become a problem for so many Nigerians who are here trying to get a green card. It is almost by default, USCIS will simply look at your divorce decree, point out what they perceive to be discrepancies, and they basically sit on these cases. So that is the point I want to really emphasize today. If you have encountered such problem with USCIS, do not hesitate to call us. And like I said, provided you went through the normal process in obtaining a divorce decree in Nigeria, you have to stand by it because it's valid. The law allows you to get married in Nigeria and to get a divorce in Nigeria, whether you are doing it under the Marriage Act or whether you are doing it under the Native Law and Custom. Under the Native Law and Custom, you can get your divorce decree from the customary courts. They are all valid. They should be valid here. Okay? So that is the point I want to make today. I want everybody to have this in their head. If you have anybody, I'm in a better position to speak about this because I'm also licensed in Nigeria. So I know that the various high courts in Nigeria can issue you a divorce decree if the marriage was done under the Marriage Act. So don't go with what USCIS is saying. As long as you obtain a valid divorce decree from Nigeria, you must stand by what you obtain. He who alleges must prove. If they are alleging that the divorce decree you obtained from Nigeria is fake, let them prove it. Let them prove it. Again, this is Ifeanyi-USImmigration. I'm an immigration attorney here in the US. If you have any question on immigration law, please give me a call. My number will be there for you to see on the screen. Please give me a call. Thank you and God bless.